All right, I want to talk a little bit about what a day in the life or a week in the life of an HVAC technician looks like. I've been doing HVAC work, progressively moving more and more into HVAC for 3 going on 4 years now. And in my current position, I am what's known as a selling technician. And I'm making a pretty good living for myself and my family. I enjoy the work, and I want to make this video, this is a video that is meant to be for the man I was 6, 7, 8 years ago, stumbling and bumbling around. And I know there's a lot of you in your 20s and perhaps even 30s who are struggling with not getting any fulfillment or enjoyment out of your current career. Perhaps you went to university and got a degree and can't find a job in that field that pays your bills. And I just want to share a little bit with you guys, because it took me 12 years to find this line of work, and I really enjoy it. I'm making decent money. I'm on track to make $100,000 to $120,000 this year, and I haven't hit a ceiling yet. I can go up from here. I can go on to different types of design consultant roles. I know a handful of guys in my market who are making $200,000 to $300,000 a year, and who have quite a bit more expertise than I do. But just want to chat a little bit about what I do. So I work for a residential HVAC company, residential and light commercial. So our focus, the company I work for, we have an established presence in 2 cities in my region, in my state, a southern state. We target the residential market. Specifically, our bread and butter is going in and providing service and new systems to homeowners, mostly, and light commercial business owners. So most of our customers are standard homeowners who have an HVAC system, or 2 or 3, and they contract us to provide maintenance and diagnostics and sales and service on their equipment. So what do? As a selling technician, I do a lot of service. We have a smaller team. We have we have approximately 10 guys, the company, the branch that I work for, and a handful of those are installers. So those are the workhorses of the company. They are in attics and crawl spaces all day long, every day, tearing out old equipment and putting it in. I do a little bit of that, but not much. Most of what I do, honestly, probably 20% of my job is right here in this service vehicle, driving around, driving all over. My job can be very, very difficult, hot, sweaty, hard labor during the summer. But a lot of it, and that's not every day, and that's not year round. A lot of it is kind of cushy. It's driving around to service and maintenance calls. A maintenance is showing up, to a house, to a customer who has, assumingly, a properly working system, and we just go through and we do a maintenance on it. So that's opening up all the equipment, cleaning it, testing all the components, ensuring that it's working properly, completing basically a health assessment on it and a light tune-up and cleaning, and then putting together a report for the customer with recommendations for perhaps repairs that it might need that they weren't aware of, that we discovered, or upgrades to the equipment to improve its performance and ideally extend its lifespan, improve the, perhaps the airflow of the ductwork and the comfort in the home, improve the indoor air quality, all of these things. So I am a technician and a consultant is the way I think of myself. Now my employer, this is pretty unique in my market. My employer also has given me the authority to design and sell new systems, new light commercial and residential systems. So if I go to a service call for a system that's not working properly, and I will, complete a diagnostic, and I will put together several options for the customer, and repair options. And one of the options I will put together will be to offer them the opportunity to complete a consultation to explore replacing the equipment with new equipment. Okay, replacing the furnace or the heat pump, the air conditioner, perhaps the duct work, all of these things. So, a typical week right now during the winter is kind of our, slow season. Summer is our busy season. I will hit the road at 7:30 a.m. typically, around 7:30, 7 to 7:30, depending on where my first call is. I'm going to my first call right now. I'm about 15 minutes away, and it's just a standard maintenance. I'm going to go out there and spin typically for one unit. This particular customer has a heat pump and a air handler. I'll be there for an hour and 15 minutes or so, and clean the equipment, check all the components, put together that report, and then really try to find opportunity to build value for the customer. So if there's any opportunity to improve the equipment, I will present that information consultatively. I use a consultative sales approach to the customer and try to build a little bit of value for that customer and bring home some revenue for my employer. Okay, and that's a lot of my day right now. I usually right now I'll have one or two maintenance calls. I am one of the basically lead selling technicians at the company. A lot of higher priority, high opportunity stuff gets funneled towards me. So if a call comes in for a piece of equipment that's not working, especially if it's an older piece of equipment, 10, 12, 14 years old, and it's not working, my employer oftentimes will send me out because they know that I am going to go through that piece of equipment. I have the skills, both the technical skills and the consultative sales skills to go through that piece of equipment with a fine-tooth comb, and as well as go through the customer's mindset with a fine-tooth comb, and really get them to open up and talk to them, and maximize the opportunity for the company and maximize the opportunity to build value for the client on that call. The goal is to get the customer, do what makes most sense for the customer while trying to maximize revenue for the company so we can keep the lights on. So that's a lot of what I do right now. It's, as far as hard labor goes, there is some hard labor involved. There are days where I will spend 4, 5, 6 hours crawling around on my stomach in a dirty crawl space, doing repairs on ductwork or gas, natural gas line, furnaces, so on and so forth. During the summer, I spend a lot of time in really hot attics. In some cases, it's 130 degrees in these attics, some of these attics that I go to during summer, and I will have to be in there working for a couple hours, which requires a lot of cold ice water and routinely going back out of the attic to get fresh air and to cool down. It can be tough, but I made about $90,000 last year, and I'm uptrending, so significantly uptrending. This year I'm going to make a lot of money this summer, and I'm on track to make 100 to 120 this year. And this will be my first summer doing the full sales consulting, new system design consulting, and once I complete this summer, a lot more opportunity opens up to me. If I don't want to leave my employer, but if I wanted to, I could go work my way into a full-time new system design consultant. They're called comfort consultants. They're the guys who do full-time new system design and sales, and those guys in my market are making $200,000 to $300,000 a year, a lot of them for the larger companies. So that's one option. I could go into management. I don't necessarily want to go into management because it would be a pay cut. I would have fun with it. I like training, I like mentoring, I would enjoy management, but I don't know that I'm really interested in that type of a pay cut. It'd be salary. I don't like salary. I currently make a base rate of $29 an hour, and my compensation is set up so that that's just my base. So I make a little bit extra performance-based compensation on almost every call I go to. So when I leave my house in the morning, I'm on the clock. Right now I'm making $29 an hour, and then when I go to this first maintenance, if I sell something, there's a good chance that I'm going to take home a little bit extra from that call. So come on, somebody go. Oh my God, you stopped before me. Oh, people are not very good drivers out here. Anyway, so that's what a day in the life of an HVAC, selling technician looks like. I don't want to do this forever. I'm 32. I'm not getting any younger. I don't plan to do this forever. I'm going to go and get my mechanical license later on this year when I'm eligible. Really just for the hell of it. I'm not dead set on starting an HVAC business, but I want to have, that seems like the next logical step. There's very few guys that actually go that far in this role without wanting to start a business. I want to have that mechanical license. I want to be able to say that I've got it, that I've got the expertise. I can have it on my resume for anywhere that I go, and to prove that I have the ability, legally speaking, to go and start a full HVAC business. So I'm going to do that, and see where this road takes me. HVAC is not going anywhere. I mean, I like it. There's a lot of guys who work in this industry who don't necessarily like it. It's just a stepping stone for them. But there's a lot of you out there who maybe you've never even considered something like HVAC. In the back of your mind, due to really sort of social programming, you might think that all HVAC guys are just kind of dumb, basically blue collar dudes who aren't paid very well. Maybe that was true 30 years ago. I don't know. That's not how I see it. I mean, there's a lot of what we call chuck in the trucks who do really crappy work, and they probably don't get paid very well. I consider myself to be, while I'm still very new to this industry, I consider myself to be a true professional, and I'm quickly becoming an expert in this industry. I'm intelligent, I'm hungry, I love this work, and I present myself as a true professional to, my company. We try to target wealthier homeowners, people who have a little more money to spend, and they want to work with the best of the best professionals in the area to maintain, come in their home and maintain their equipment. So that's our target demographic. And we'll service pretty much anyone, but we're not the most expensive, we're not the cheapest. We're kind of middle of the road. We try to be the best bang for your buck in our market, and we really focus on getting the details right. So that's what I do. Day in the life of an HVAC technician. And for any of you that are interested in making a career change, you don't even have to go to trade school. I did a whole video already on what my path was, how I went from not knowing anything about HVAC, a little over 3 years ago to this point, largely on my own initiative, without going, with very little formal training. So for any of you that are interested, just feel free to jump in the comments. I do like engaging with you guys. I'm going to keep putting these videos out, not because I want to make a YouTube channel, make this into a business. I just want to try and help people. I'm having a lot of fun with my life right now, and I see a lot of people on YouTube who have, you know, a lot of Gen Z and millennials who are bitter about the fact that, you know, that their education is basically useless and they're struggling to pay their bills. And I just see the world differently than a lot of people online right now. And I want to be, you know, I want to be a counterforce to a lot of the negativity I see online with Gen Z and millennials. So I thank you for stopping by if you're here. If you're still here at this point, please consider subscribing, or at the very least, give this video a like, just so we can get it to more people who might need to see it. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to turn this into a business or anything. I really want to just be a sort of a positive voice out in the world right now. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm getting ready to pull up to my first call. We're going to make this a great day. It's a sunny, cool winter day, and let's go out and make some money.